Motor Trend picks one new car, truck, and SUV to earn the prestigious honor of being named the best on the market. Those picks set the pace for the upcoming car buying trends. To get a first look at the big reveal, Motor Trend's executive editor, Mark Reckton, joins us now. Mark, before we talk about the winners, tell us about the selection process.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's a big day for us, but it follows nearly 2 months of exhaustive testing. We book time at automakers' proving grounds where we can do testing that is not necessarily street legal, but once those things are accomplished, then we go out on the regular streets and test the things that would drive consumers nuts over the course of owning their vehicles. So ideas like how distracting is the infotainment system, how well does the car react in smart cruise mode when someone cuts you off, things like that. But we also do a ton of instrumented testing. We get 0 to 60, 60 to 0, quarter mile, what we call the figure 8, which is a dynamic handling test. All these things factor into a much larger set of criteria, which includes design, fuel efficiency, value, safety, and also, perhaps most importantly, performance of intended function. In other words, does the vehicle do what it sets out to do?
Okay, so what's Motor Trend's 2019 Car of the Year then?
Okay, well, Motor Trend's 2019 Car of the Year is the Genesis G70. This is a big deal. This was the first Korean branded car to ever win an Of the Year award. And if you haven't been paying attention, the Hyundai Group has done really great strides in terms of quality, and Genesis is its luxury brand. And they've done kind of a soft launch, but what you're seeing now is a brand that has really come into its own and is making a very confident play. The G70 goes straight up against segment leaders like the BMW 3 Series and the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And these are cars that have dominated this segment, and other manufacturers have tried to replicate and have failed. Well, the Genesis comes right out and takes it head on. It's fast, it's nimble, it's smooth, it's elegant. You get inside and it feels like a luxury car. The seats are fantastic. The stereo cranks. It does everything right. And then, it has a 3.3-liter twin-turbo engine that just screams. It's a rocket. The best part of all is that all of this can be yours for $5,000 to $10,000 less than the equivalent European vehicles. It's a real value statement.
Very cool. Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year?
Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year is the Ram 1500. Now, this is also a big deal because you have Ford families, you have Chevy families. Even those families need to check out the new Ram. When you look at pickup trucks, we're seeing a lot of parity in terms of towing ability and hauling ability and what they're able to do. So you have to look at the next level stuff. And the Ram has 3 things that are really important. It's the only full-size truck that has an independent rear suspension, coil springs with an optional air suspension. Yes, there's a minor, very minor trade-off in terms of towing capacity. I'd take it any day. If you have a long commute to your job site, this thing rides like a luxury sedan, whereas most pickup trucks, you know how they ride. It's a hobby horse. You're going like this down the road, and it's a drag. The Ram, it's smooth, it's chill. And then you get inside the Ram's cabin, it's luxury. It's like you would see in a luxury sedan. It's the infotainment screen is like that. It's crisp, it's clear, it's intuitive. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, functionality galore, lots of places for you to stash your stuff, to hide valuable items away from prying eyes. It's fantastically laid out. The last thing, which I find really impressive, is on the technology side, where you have the first application of a hybrid powertrain in the full-size pickup market. The Ram is the only one that has a hybrid, and it's standard. And what you get with that is not only it smooths acceleration, but it also gives you much better fuel economy.
Okay, how about the SUV of the year?
Sure. Motor Trend's 2019 SUV of the Year is the Jeep Wrangler. This is a big win for purists who say, oh, SUVs have gotten too soft, they're like minivans. SUV ought to be able to go to do the Rubicon, to go over Moab. Well, trust me, the Wrangler can do that. The redesign not only really improves the off-road capabilities over what was already a very, very strong mechanical package, but here's the thing. Usually once you got off the off-road course and we're back on pavement, the ride might have been a little choppy and not so enjoyable. Well, the Jeep guys went overtime with the suspension so that the on-road feel is just as smooth as the off-road feel is precise. So it's absolutely commuter friendly. And then you get inside the vehicle itself. They've done great. They just completely redesigned the interior. It's still absolutely true to the Jeep roots. You will recognize it from a mile away. But they've added in the nice tech touches that bring it into the modern era. It would have been really easy for Jeep to get trapped by nostalgia. And yeah, you'll still see it from a block away and say, oh yeah, that's a Jeep Wrangler. But you get inside and you can tell this is a thoroughly modern sport utility vehicle. Big win for them.
All right, where do we go for more?
If you want more information on this, you can go to the website, motortrend.com. The articles on the actual winners is at motortrend.com/awards. You can also, if you believe in holding a magazine in your hands, we're on every newsstand, or you can subscribe to us. We have every possible way of getting you information. Also, you should know that we just announced that what you may know on cable television as Velocity Network is now the Motor Trend channel. We're keeping all the great Velocity content, but we're also adding in a lot of really cool Motor Trend stuff as well. I encourage you to watch.
Thanks for sharing with us today. We appreciate you.
Thank you.